la. Good morning. Good morning. Early bird gets the worm. I've been up for a minute. The sun's not up yet. And I have to be up and out of the door really early today. So I have to get a little bit of content out. So today I'm going to talk about real briefly. We're going to go over and listen to a space that the Carnomaly team has had recently. I haven't heard it yet, so this is a fresh listen for whatever's in here. I hope it's good. See, it looks like we have Phil Spagnoli in here. We got the blonde broker. Oh, we got all the heavy hitters. Jordan. Is that Jordan? I think that's Jordan. Or Jordo? The Feezy? Is that his name? But I've seen this guy around for a while in their old content on YouTube. All right. I know probably a lot of you have heard this already. It looks like 715 people tuned in live. But a lot of my audience doesn't know about Carnomaly. So let's expose while we wait for our cubic bags to go up. Cubic's taking a nice delicious dip too. Wait, what's the price at right now? I think we're at 6 zeros right now. I think it's less than $100 for 100 million. Look at this. $86 for 100 million coins. And the price target for a majority of the community is a penny, based on all the tech and stuff and what's possible with everything. If you know, you know. Keep listening to the channel if you want to know what the hell I'm talking about with Cubic. Cubic is an humongous AI play. It's a decentralized network built to host AGI. It's the world's fastest blockchain, clocking 15 million transactions per second, certified by Certic. But that's neither here nor there. Let's get to the Carnomaly goodness. Stack your Cubic, but let's get to some other plays, right? Why not diversify a little bit? Look at the price of Carnomaly right here. 3 zeros and a 7. 1.75 billion supply. Right now it's on Polygon. They also have their own L1 chain that has an active bridge. Oh, that's my alarm to wake up. So, and it's deflationary. So I think that the supply is actually less. It's like 1.6 something or something like that. Yeah, they're onboarding the entire automotive industry on chain. They have over 100,000 VINs on their chain right now, and they're onboarding. They've onboarded over 1,000 dealerships with their tech and counting. So it's going down with Carnomaly. It's going down. All right, let's give this thing a listen. All right.
Friday,
usually
everybody.
Spaces take a minute.
I've sent.
Let's get to the meat.
Speaker.
Uh-oh.
No, it's been a bit brutal today, hasn't it? I was out on the road earlier and I kept getting notifications up that Bitcoin and everything was plummeting. So, you know, market does what the market does.
So today we'll touch base on a couple things. The exchanges that just went live, other exchanges that will be coming up down the road. We'll kind of go over the roadmap again a little bit. We went over that in depth last week, but we'll kind of touch on it real quick again today. And then our main topic is going to be the UK expansion. For those of you just now tuned in, we've got Simon on here. He's going to be one of our team members helping to launch dealers in the UK and all throughout Europe, building sales teams. And I'll let him kind of do a quick introduction and kind of give you a background, since I think this is the this is his first Spaces. So
yeah, it's all a bit new to me. Well, yeah, for those of you who don't know me, I'm Simon. I've been involved and around the project for about coming up 2 years now, I suppose, give or take. I come out of a pretty extensive sales and operational background, predominantly within construction and infrastructure in the UK. And my focus is now bringing a bit of structure and momentum to the European expansion, so we can let Scott and Larry and Phil concentrate on the US market. But I can go into a bit more detail if you want me to now, or
yeah, I mean, I'll kind of give a quick overview, then you can take it from there. So basically, everyone knows if you don't know, we went over and did a conference over in Birmingham earlier this year. It was very successful. We made a lot of contacts there with several automotive companies, potential partnerships. We've been in communication with several of those. We've actually made a couple of those partnerships, and I'll let Simon kind of touch base on that here in a minute. But the Carnomaly doesn't have boundaries. VIN numbers, blockchain doesn't have boundaries. So whether it's US, UK, Europe, South America, Asia, I mean, you name it, we can go anywhere and expand anywhere, and that's our plan. So our first two markets that we want to launch in are two of the biggest automotive markets, if not the two biggest automotive markets in the world, which is the United States and all of Europe. So with that being said, we will be taking all of the current apps, and by the end of the year, the devs will be duplicating those into Carnomaly Europe and Car Dealer Europe. So there'll be dedicated apps, and that's just simply to separate the data off chain. Of course, the blockchain, all the data is just on one blockchain, but the data off chain for the dealer inventories and the way that data is managed off chain needs to be in different buckets, different systems to operate properly. And there's some different things with vehicles in those territories, but on chain, everything is one solid solution or one proof of data on the car chain blockchain. So we're excited about the expansion over there. Like I said, we're actually going to market over there a little bit different than we did in the US because of one of the partnerships that we made over there. And it was very, very just eye-opening as to how quickly we can expand. And I'll kind of let Simon touch base on that real quick.
Ooh, that sounds juicy.
yeah, absolutely. I mean, as you've sort of touched on there, there's they say off-chain, there are a few nuanced differences between the UK and the US, but essentially all around the world, people buy cars and sell cars in the exact same fashion. So it works everywhere. But, the UK has circa 9,000 new car dealerships, franchises, and 15,000 independents. Some estimates sit up around the 50, 60,000 mark for cars dealers over here. There's a lot of small forecourts, obviously, which is slightly different to the US, but it's slightly different over here in the fact that we in the UK and Europe have some slightly different laws to the States. So we can focus a bit more on servicing from independent garages, for example. 70% roughly of cars get serviced outside of the main dealer, as opposed to 70% inside in the US. So there's a few little things we can tailor, but it's all opportunities for us. Another slight difference is, for anyone familiar with the UK, we have something called an MOT, which is an inspection yearly on every vehicle on the road in the UK. There is around about 42 million vehicles on the road. Every single one of them has to go into a service centre once a year without fail. So every single time one of those vehicles hits one of those service centres, that's an opportunity for us. So it gives us a lot of leverage when it comes to lead generation and such. But yeah, we've been playing catch up. The US have been up and running for roughly 4 or 5 years as a company. We've been burning the midnight oil, opening accounts, getting operational, compliance with GDPR and data protection. There's a lot that we've had to work on over here, which has been it's a slow process, but there's a lot of boring stuff that goes in the background before you can get all the exciting stuff going. Yes, did a partnership with a data provider over here, which is very exciting because it's completely reshaped the go-to-market approach for the UK initially, in the fact that we can get data feeds for nearly every vehicle on the market uploaded to us as we go in, which sort of removes the requirement for them to hook into their dealer management systems, which can be a bit daunting or clunky if you don't know what you're doing, but we can literally walk in off the street and say, look, we've already got your feed. Do you want to go? This is what we do. So that's going to revolutionize how quickly we can move over here. What else have I been doing? I've been in talks and interviewing some potential team members to go out on the road initially. So once we hit the ground, we can hit it running. I've been working on streamlining the process over here. I've seen a few potential opportunities in how we approach things over here in regards to trying to automate the whole process a bit more when it comes to contracts and billing services. There's a hell of a lot that can go on there that could potentially be sped up so we can get rapid expansion. And yeah, it's just been a busy time, but there's been a lot going on and it's really super exciting.
Yeah, and that data provider really changes the game for how quickly we can onboard dealers. So basically, we will have all of the inventory from all franchise dealers throughout all the UK. So the devs are working on uploading that and connecting those APIs to the CARR dealer for the UK side. So basically,
whoa. Slow down, buddy. No wonder he always sounds, man, he has whoa.
So basically, we will have all of the inventory from all franchise dealers throughout all the UK. So the devs are working on uploading that and connecting those APIs to the CARR dealer for the UK side. So basically, we will have all the inventory already in our database. So we can walk into a dealership and quickly turn them on to one of our solutions, which is BuyBid. And what the BuyBid solution does is allows dealers to bid on other dealers' used car inventory in between each other, cutting out auctions, cutting out high price auction fees, and being able to just source vehicles throughout the whole entire United Kingdom through our application. Of course, they pay us a monthly subscription for that. So we will basically be able to fast track turning on all those dealers for that solution over in the UK with this data feed that we will have. And then also go in and pitch them our service acquisition tool, which is what we've been signing up dealers over here in the US. So we have one solution going that's live in the US, which is our service acquisition. Over in the UK, we're launching in January. So January, Phil and I and the team will be going over to the UK, meeting with Simon, hiring salespeople, training the whole team, and going to market in January. So that's exciting, and the scalability and having two products.
Hold on, let's run that back.
Service acquisition tool, which is what we've been signing up dealers over here in the US. So we have one solution going that's live in the US, which is our service acquisition. Over in the UK, we're launching in January. So January, Phil and I and the team will be going over to the UK, meeting with Simon, hiring salespeople, training the whole team, and going to market in January. So that's exciting, and the scalability and having two products rather than one product right off the bat really is a game changer on how quickly we can grow the dealer base over there. So that's super exciting.
Dude, that's amazing.
I know Phil's excited to
crazy. That sounds
to
crazy.
go over and
what the
help
hell?
train and sign up and get his feet wet, and he can now say he's a worldwide man of mystery, man of sales. I think Phil was the speaker. Phil, did you hop off?
I can't wait for that label.
Oh,
Mr. Worldwide.
Well, I'm listening.
Pitbull.
Pitbull.
yeah. You might give Pitbull a run for his money, huh?
Well, I mean, the service. I mean, the Bybit is exceptionally interesting to a lot of people over here. But what has really piqued some interest is the service line side of it. And with the landscape of the I suppose industry over here, if you're talking 9,000 franchise dealers, for example, between 40,000 independent garages, or around 40,000 independent garages, 23,000 MOT stations, you're essentially giving each dealer 5 or 6 service centers, service lines to be drawing stock off of. So it's super exciting, and it's piqued a lot of people's interest, you know, just having all them extra leads coming in.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a great opportunity. It's a really low-hanging fruit as far as a market to launch in. Just a couple of the differences between the market over here in the U.S. and the market over in Europe and the U.K. is over in the U.S. it's like feast or famine. You have all these competitors, you have all these solutions, and it's like tech central. And over there, it's it's a lot easier to penetrate into a market and get dealers signed up because there's not as many solutions out there. And our solution is very unique. No one is doing exactly what Carnomaly is doing. And that goes back to the whole name, Carnomaly. We're an automotive anomaly. We're different. So that's the whole vision behind the project, is to do things different, be innovative, create solutions that help dealers sell cars, create solutions that help consumers buy cars, solutions that help dealers source cars and consumers get better deals and feel more confident and have anonymity when they're doing the process, right? And because in today's world, you don't know who you can trust, and you don't know, who's going to start blowing up your phone when you've sent a lead up and you're getting all these calls and emails from dealers. But with our process, it's simple. You find the car you want, you make the offer, you put your vehicle in, they give you an offer, you get the best deal, and you don't share your information until you found the deal you want. Whereas in today's world, you share all your information, they have it all, they spam you with phone calls and emails, and you still might not get the deal you want. So with our solution, you get the deal, and then once you get the deal, you give up your information. So
that alone is a good selling point, because I've only gone to a dealership like a couple times, and even if you ask a question, somehow they have your, just by being there, they have your information, and you start getting texts and calls. Like as soon as you give them your name oh dude, it's game over.
Calls and emails from dealers, but with our process, it's simple. You find the car you want, you make the offer, you put your vehicle in, they give you an offer, you get the best deal, and you don't share your information until you found the deal you want. Whereas in today's world, you share all your information, they have it all, they spam you with phone calls and emails, and you still might not get the deal you want. So with our solution, you get the deal, and then once you get the deal, you give up your information. So, and you finalize the deal. So it's a really unique way of, going to the market and changing the way people buy, sell, finance cars.
Well, yeah, I mean, the even the new car registrations in the UK sit at around 2 million a year. Even if 1 in 10 people going into those MOT stations or service centres decide, yeah, I'll have a valuation, that's 4 million cars, 4 million leads going into dealers. They'll be all over it. They're cooking on it.
Crazy. Even if
and I can't remember the number from that we got. How many millions of cars?
Decide, yeah, I'll have a valuation. That's 4 million. Well, yeah, I mean, the even the new car registrations in the UK sit at around 2 million a year.
2 million.
Even if 1 in 10 people going into those MOT stations or service centres decide, yeah, I'll have a valuation, that's 4 million cars, 4 million leads going into dealers. They'll be all over it. They're cooking on it.
That didn't make sense, what he said.
Yeah, and I can't remember the number from that we got. How many millions of
1 in 10 out of 2 million.
It was several, like 7 million.
Oh,
Cars in the UK?
what the initial upload or like the
Yeah,
initial stock? No,
yeah, the initial.
I think he said it was about. I think it's about 700,000 a day, and obviously it just keeps. It's a rotating figure, just keeps going and going and going. So, I think from memory, I'd have to dig the figures out.
Well, yeah, I'm talking the full yearly, I guess.
Oh, yeah. No,
Inventory
I can't remember the figure for the full used car sales.
But it was about 700,000
Yeah.
live active used cars at dealerships
Yep.
every day as dealers' inventory change, the inventory feed updates, and it was how many dealers again?
I think he was running off 40,000.
Yeah. So big market. Excited for the opportunity. Phil, you excited to go hang out over in London and all throughout the UK for a while?
Excited. I'm super excited. It's going to be so much fun. They have obviously some of the best food ever, some of the best people ever, and I just can't wait to get over there and experience all the different cars that we don't have and the different people and learn everything about it.
We're going to take you to this place called Birmingham. It's like utopia. It's so nice.
Something that nice, I may stay there.
I'm just.
I'll drop you off at the border.
That's where the conference was, and it's just it's a different part of the area from other places. But yeah, excited about getting all that going, and real quick, we'll kind of touch base on some updates from Jordan and Larry on some of the tech stuff, and then I'll kind of touch base on some of the exchange stuff, and then we can kind of wrap up.
Yep, I can go ahead and go. Hey, everyone. This is Larry, and talking about the UK and the data that we can get on the vehicles over there. Like Simon had mentioned, and Scott is upwards of 700,000 vehicles, but they rotate as people buy and other offerings come online. Yeah, annualized, you're talking probably 6.5 to 7.5 million vehicles that'll cycle through our database and be stored and creating the hashes on blockchain, because everything will go there. And then on the technology front, UK is a little bit different market. We learned a lot of things also. I may buy a 2014 Jeep, right? I go old because I'm being taxied around in one right now. So, but it was purchased in 2013. So the manufacturer, the VIN number says it's a 14, but I bought it in 13. So the vehicle registration, it's a 2013, because in the UK, they track how long that vehicle's been driving on the road. So some advantages come with, looking up the plate and registration is the additional detailed information that we get, body color, interior, exterior, and more enhanced options from those feeds. So yeah, we'll look a VIN, we'll go ahead and get vehicle registration, compile that into the vehicle to get it right, and then get all that stuff, over to the blockchain. So it was really unique, and it is a different market over there. Scott mentioned the show that we went to, the amount of vendors that are over in, I'll just say, Europe and the UK. It's more service or garage oriented. There's not a lot of, tool sets that you would think that we have, here in the US, which is just saturated with tens and tens of companies for the different applications that we have here. But yeah, and as we mentioned, the last call or two, we have vehicles going into the blockchain, CARR chain, and we will continue to do that. And it's just, really looking forward to how we're growing and implementing our software, not only here in the US, but UK, Europe, and worldwide.
Yeah, and to kind of just go off of Larry's, Larry just said, one of the things that we do as a company is we like to get involved, do some research, and really truly strategize a go-to-market strategy. And going over and participating in that conference and really getting to see the culture and everything and how things operate has really helped us streamline our go-to-market strategy for over there. and making this connection, Simon getting this connection with this data provider to get all this inventory has just really kind of put this into hyperdrive to go to market and launch over in the UK. So I'm super excited about that. There's kind of been some little things said inside the company. I've kind of shut them. I've kind of had to shut them down. But there's been some things from Kim and Simon kind of throwing little jabs that they're going to grow the UK market faster than the US, and Phil saying, oh, there's no way, and Larry saying, oh, that will never happen. So I kind of say, hey guys, we're all big one team, which we are, but you got to like a little friendly competition, right? So who knows, we might have to create a little counter up on the Carnomaly website, seeing which territory can grow the fastest. Might be a little fun.
Let's go.
Sounds like a good idea. We've got a call in a couple of weeks with a tech marketing consultant that specializes in the automotive industry over here, and I've had a couple pre-calls with him, and he's super excited. And he deals with tech companies here all day long, and he's never heard anything like this. He's super excited. So he's got some decent salespeople up his sleeve that he's going to potentially throw away. We could expand very, very rapidly.
Exciting stuff. And the other exciting thing is that rev share back to the car chain. So that's as that grows, and we'll get that counter up on that website, start showing all the dealers in both. I think that's what we do. I mean, now that I've said it out loud and thought about it, I think that's what we do. We have on the website a dealer counter for both Europe and both the United States. If we add more territories, later on, then we could add an Asia, South Asia or something, dealer counter as we expand and grow. But I think it'll be a fun little thing to have up there, showing the growth in both markets. So, Jordan, real quick, did you want to touch base on the decks? You'd been speaking with the devs. You wanted to pop in and say something about the decks coming out in December, and you're going to be ramping up the socials. Jordan's going to be managing the socials for Roundabout decks. So if you want to say anything about that.
Yeah, can you guys hear me okay? Do I have an echo? Am I good?
You sound good.
Perfect. Yeah, we've been touching base on a lot of things. Now the car chain's live, and we have all these things running in parallel. One of the major things that we're working towards is getting Roundabout live, and have a location to where anyone anywhere internationally can come there and do what they need to with their tokens and exchange them. And as other projects come on, they'll have tokens there as well, and you could swap out tokens and make use of utility across a multitude of projects that are going on. But as Scott mentioned, that's been a focus we have with the devs. I don't know if we can give any exact dates, or I'm sure there have been some dates thrown out there, but things are getting close, and everything's looking really good. We're getting a lot of updates that we're very happy with. The vision's where we have aligned with it. And it's anyone in crypto knows how important that platform is for not only Carnomaly itself, but the car chain ecosystem. And I think it'll probably Roundabout will have some presence with Carnomaly at events that we attend around the U.S. as well. Yeah, pretty solid stuff. We're excited about.
Yeah, absolutely. There was a question in there about France, and it's funny that question popped up because we had a big DMS, which is a dealer management system, out of France, come by our booth and speak to us for a long time, and we're still in contact with that DMS, and they had a ton of dealers all throughout France. I can't remember the name of the company. I don't know if Larry or Simon, if you remember the name of the.
No, I can't think of it. There was two real big ones, wasn't there? But I can't think of the name of that one.
But yeah, definitely that's on the radar. Is launch into the UK and then expanding over into France. So France and all throughout Europe, basically.
Well, yeah, I've kind of got one boss eye on a couple locations elsewhere in Europe in 2 different countries.
Damn.
But France will definitely be on that list as well.
I see we've got Aaron on the call. I think, Aaron, did you want to touch base on a few things you've been working on, or?
Yeah, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. I'm a little sick, so my voice is kind of scratchy, but I've been listening to all you wonderful gentlemen the last 30 minutes, and I'm excited for everything that we're doing in the UK, especially here in the US, since I'll be helping assist with the marketing efforts here, and I guess we'll be attending some conferences overseas as well, so you guys will see the entire Carnomaly team there, and we hope to meet some of you guys. We're actually about to get into the nitty gritty of the marketing side, especially on the crypto Twitter front, and getting a lot more investors to come on board. So we're excited to be doing some merch giveaways, a lot more stuff with the team and the community. Our main goal is to really grow this community. We want people to see how awesome the tech is behind Carnomaly and everything that the guys have been building for the last couple of years. So if you guys have any questions, you can definitely DM me. If you want to be involved, definitely send me a DM, because we're going to be doing some weekly spaces as well as one-off spaces with community members, some other KOLs that are going to be joining the group, our ambassadors, and would love to have you all with us.
Ooh la la. Ooh la la.
A couple of people
Sounds like
DM me asking about being an ambassador. Should I just forward those on to you?
Absolutely, absolutely. I'd love to hop on a call with anybody that is interested, and especially if you like cars, guys. This is kind of one of the coolest projects in crypto that you can even possibly get involved with if you're definitely a car person. And the one thing that I will talk about as a female, this is the coolest tech, because I don't have to go into a dealership if I want to sell or purchase a car. That was the biggest pain point that I've had in the past, and we've been testing some stuff out with the apps and the dealer portal, and I think this is groundbreaking tech that a lot of people are going to want to see, and it's just going to make our lives with the automotive industry a lot easier. So
39 seconds.
A bunch of video content. We're excited.
St. Louis Blues
Awesome.
jersey.
Oh, and yes, you will be also heading up some conferences in other countries. So.
Yeah.
Whoop, whoop.
Just drop that bomb on you, just right here on the spaces.
I'm down. You know me. I'll get on a flight next week.
Yeah.
But thank you guys. Yeah, y'all. That space.
You'll get on a flight and you'll fight somebody in the ring next week. So.
I will actually. Yes.
Yeah. Either one. She doesn't care.
Yeah, I think you only have to.
Well, awesome guys. It's great updates. Does anyone else from the team have anything before we wrap it up? I'll just kind of cover a few things with the exchange launch and kind of what we got going on there.
I just wanted to add, had a great week visiting dealers out in Eastern Washington, Idaho, and Northern Oregon.
Sorry, I was chuckling at this right here. Grant Cardone, the Honorable Grant Cardone, talked to the Honorable Michael Saylor. Legend Saylor just told me we bought a lot of BTC this week. Probably the opposite. And then went on to tell me he's going to get 10% of a $300 trillion industry, dropping the full 2-hour interview. I don't know. I just feel like it's just two messes talking to each other. That's hilarious. All right, back to Carnomaly.
Again, visited 62 stores. Got a couple dealers that requested agreements, so we're getting those sent out, and lots of meetings set up for next week. Also had a great interview with a potential salesperson, so that is very exciting. And then got really involved in some conversations on the Telegram groups. So that was fun. A lot of questions being asked, and happy to jump in and talk with everybody. I'll be headed down into Oregon and Northern California next week. So if anybody's around, love to meet you. and then continue
Rest,
those
Phil.
conversations and the sales with Carnomaly.
Get some rest, Phil. He usually sounds more
Awesome,
chipper.
awesome. So real quick, just to finish up, we'll just go over some of the stuff happening on the token side. Kim wasn't able to join the call today, but she's been working tirelessly this week with wallet integrations. So one of the big things is getting the wallet integration.
Ooh.
Where Trust Wallet, I think she's worked with Trust Wallet, Ledger, who else? There's Trust Wallet, Ledger, Treasure, and a couple others that she's been emailing, working with the devs to work out all the integration for those wallets. Because not only is access to the token through exchanges important, but also access through your wallets is very important. So we're on that, we're working on that, and we'll update you as wallets come on board and which ones will be coming, in the future and which ones are coming on board now. So, but any wallets that you have or you use that you might want to see CARR Chain added to, please feel free to reach out to us and just let us know. And if you have any connections with wallets, different companies and anything you've worked with and can help fast track those things, definitely reach out to us as well on that. We always are open to any help we can get fast tracking those things. So I think everyone saw that an exchange by Economy went live. They are an approved US, Canada, and UK exchange, meaning they have done the proper licensing for those countries, which alone is a very it's a very big task. What people don't, some people might not understand is in order for an exchange to be approved in the US, you have to register with FinCEN. And that's not an easy process. In order to do that, you have to basically open up your book, show that your funds are legit and backed up, and that you have those funds for consumers and for customers. So by having that shows a lot of the legitimacy with the exchange and the trust with the exchange. And that's why we chose to onboard and add that exchange, and also to open up more opportunity for people to onboard. So since we've done that, we have had God knows how many exchanges reach out over the last couple of days. We've had free exchange offerings. We've had every exchange you can think of reaching out, trying to list CARR Chain because, it's a new chain, it's up and coming, and, they know the tech and they know what we're building. So we're super excited about that. With that being said, there's been questions on when are the other exchanges going to add CARR Chain. Well, we've reached out to every exchange to add CARR Chain. We're in the process of that. Mexi, Bitmart. But what I will tell you is moving forward, every exchange will have to have CARR Chain. In order to be an exchange for Carnomaly, they will have to have CARR Chain. So if you can read between those lines, it's pretty simple. If you don't have CARR Chain on your exchange, and you don't add it, then you won't be in an exchange for Carnomaly. So I try to put that as bluntly as I possibly can, but every exchange will have to have CARR Chain moving forward.
So by Economy's ready for that action.
Just to kind of add to that, we've got a couple more exchanges we've been in talks with. We've got one coming on board next month. So excited about that. And, with these, we want to strategically add exchanges that bring more views to the project, bring new holders, add new markets, bring more accessibility to token holders so that everyone can utilize the ecosystem and the products that we are building. So with that, we'll go ahead and wrap up today.
Wrap it up.
Look forward to next week. I think Aaron's got something fun we're going to be working on for next week's Spaces. But we will post more about that, and you'll find out next Friday.
Okay.
Sounds fun.
So appreciate everyone's time.
All right.
and hope everyone has a great weekend.
Yeah, take care,
Have a great
everybody.
weekend.
All right.
Thank
Take
you,
care.
everyone.
Great weekend, everyone.
And that was Carnomaly's latest spaces, their team roundtable. That was all pretty much their core crypto Twitter and like pretty much team too. That's pretty much it. And oh, let's end on this right here. Hold on. Oh, there's 2 comments. Good morning. Yo, what's cracking, desk nerd? I've been heavy into learning how to code. I know there's so much I have to catch up on. Oh yeah, man, there's plenty. Go to the last stream that you watched and then just binge it like a Netflix. Binge the streams, buddy. Lots been happening. All right, let's end this stream because I gotta go soon. That was the latest Carnomaly space. Let me see. Where's the video? Is this one? No, it's not this one. That's just a picture. Oh, dude, this is hilarious. Michael Saylor posted a picture of him on a lifeboat, just intensely hanging on in the wild waters, like like an alpha hero, while this huge ship is burning and sinking. I don't know. In his mind, he thought that was like cool. I guess if this is real, this is completely stupid. It's just like I feel like it's putting off the opposite vibe of what you would what you're saying. And someone replied, "This motherfucker abandoned ship." Oh my god, this is so funny to me. Hold on for dear life as I abandon ship after I told everyone to buy. And I'm still telling everyone to buy. Where is this? Dang. Okay, it must be on. Where's the damn video? Is it Dynex Moonshots? It's gotta be there. Yes.
So this goes against all hypotheses
Let's
that
end on
quantum
this.
is at market in 10 or 15 or even 30 years, what people say. It is here and now.
Have a good day.
We're diving into one of the most powerful forces reshaping our world with today's keynote session, the greatest technological disruption of our time. Quantum computing is here.
What did we do first of all? We tried to create a leadership on an emulation in quantum.
Desk nerd. Desk nerd. What? I need to move my cubic or my funds. When I first heard of cubic, I bought it on Phantom. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh, buddy. Rookie move. You posted a video on how to do it properly? Question mark. Yeah, I definitely did. I was hit up by someone in Discord and it pissed me off for a moment because the guy sent me a link asking me for... Bro. Don't go too hard on me. I was new. Yeah, no shit. You're new. Dude, that's crazy. Well, I hope... Did you get anything taken from you? I hope you didn't like download anything. I mean, you gotta get your computer wiped, like cleaned. Because if you click the link, there's no telling what type of thing you downloaded without you noticing. Dude, never, especially on Discord, just for future reference, on Discord, on Discord, like you never know. Like there's bots just waiting to scam you. Like as soon as you type, "Can somebody help me with bada 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 bada," and press enter, somebody's gonna be like, "Oh, I can help you," and then you're gonna get a DM or something. Someone's all. It's like they're in the bushes waiting. They have to be AI or bots or something. Yeah, dude, I don't know. I don't want to like scare you or nothing, but I just hope you didn't download something. Damn, dude. I have a tutorial. You ain't gotta go to Discord. You can hit up safetrade.com, buy the cubic with USDT, withdraw it onto your cubic wallet, which you can download on Google Play or the Apple Store. Or you can download their web wallet. Watch, let me show you. Dude. Man, you're gonna make me late for this thing. Well, I'm not really gonna be late, but I like to be there at the time I say. Bum, bum, bum. You go to cubic.org. Let's see. Ecosystem. Where the wallet's at? Yeah, perfect. It's on the first page. Perfect. Boom. Cubic.org. You got your web wallet and you got your mobile app. It works the same way to make a wallet. I have a tutorial on how to make a wallet too. Just go check out the channel, man. Yeah, whenever you purchase Cubic from an exchange, just withdraw it immediately. Do not keep your shit on the exchange. And don't keep your seed phrases on your computer. Write it down or keep it off on a different hard drive away from the internet. Buddy. He said, so I asked specific questions to see if he was full of it, and he definitely was, and had a very strong Nigerian. You like talk to him? Did he have a Nigerian accent through text? That's hilarious, dude. Of course he did. Oh my god, that's hilarious, man. It's either oh man. Scammers come in all shapes and colors and accents. You got your Nigerian scammers, you got your Dominican scammers, you got your Caribbean scammers, you got your Indian scammers, and then you got the Russians. Those are the main ones. If you if what you're doing, if you need help with something and it involves money, and a random Nigerian or Indian says, "Hey, I can help you out," I don't know, man. Just the odds of that happening is very, very crazy. He called me. Oh, fuck. What are the fucking odds, huh? He called you. Oh my god. And the crazy thing, his profile said cubic support. That's why it's pissed me off. Of course it did. Dude, these guys, man, it's creepy how they know what you would be responsive to. They know you're gonna see it says cubic like support, and they're gonna be like, oh, he's gonna trust me. Just fucking snorting and shitting themselves. Dirty pigs. Scammers are disgusting, evil people. Well, at one point I was like binging scam bait videos by like Kit Boga, and there's this other guy, I forget his name, Pierogi or something. They fucking just Their career is just to shut down scam call centers. It's like the funniest shit ever. I love it. They act like they're so evil. Oh, when you see how evil they actually are when they're talking to them, they really don't care about people's lives, man. They like joke about it. All right, back back to ending on some alpha. Yeah, I was like, hey, but you got to give me credit. I pulled back before I shot. You got to give me some credit, guy. I appreciate you. I was like, wait a minute, let me not make a fool of myself. Let me look this up real quick. I don't know why. Whenever I see like spelling or grammar or something messed up, I'm like, or I can learn something new, and I did learn something new. You could spell learn. You could spell learned with a T. I was like, what? Said same. I love those channels. Yeah, dude, those scam baiting channels are the best. Especially those early Kit Boga ones where he would just piss them off, dude. Oh my god. I know he gave some people heart attacks. Like, oh my god. Just you can hear the devil in them like "Ugh," getting exercised. It's just crazy. My man says, I respect you for even you questioned it. Much love. Yeah. Yeah. Oh man, it's getting fun now, but I have to go. Shit. All right, let me finish it with this. Let me start this video over. Finish on some Dynex Alpha. I played this before, but it's very rewatchable. I gotta share the tab. My bad. Oh, that English teacher did a good job with you questioning things impacts a teacher can have. Yeah, man. God bless Mr. Villores. Man, I hope he's still alive. I doubt it, but I remember me and my friend we'd see him like in between like either lunch or something like a period he didn't have. He'd be in his car. He had a nice old ass car, impeccable, shiny. He was already like he had to be like 60 at least. He would just be in his car smoking a cigarette, like hotboxing his car with a cigarette. There's no way you live too much longer after that. It's been what? How long? It's been almost 20 years. It's been 19 years since I graduated high school. Safe Trade is the only one that lets us buy in the US. Yeah, without KYC, yeah. Unless you like have a VPN and you like sign up for Mexi or something. I'm not saying go do that, but that's an option. And I can transfer my funds to USDT to Safe Trade. Last question. Yeah, you could. What I do is, or what I would do, I get USDC to avoid all the fees too. I get USDC on Coinbase with my bank transfer because there's no fees for USDC. And then I transfer the USDC as Solana to my Phantom wallet. And then I swap it for USDT. And then I send that Solana USDT to SafeTrade. Because it's like it's literally like you spent like a less than a penny for all of that. And then buy that shit. And then the withdrawal is only 1 cubic is the withdrawal fee. So it's pretty much like a free trade. It's like a USDT hack. Because USDC bank purchases are free on Coinbase, and then the fee to swap on Phantom on Solana is like less than a penny, I think. And then to send it, obviously, is pretty much free too because it's on Solana. But yeah, that's my USDT hack for Cubic. if you don't have a VPN. All right. Bet, says Desk Nerd. All right, I'll catch you guys on the next one. I was up early. I gotta be out the door real soon after this. So have a good day. I'm gonna get off the screen and then I'm gonna play this video.
So this goes against all hypotheses that quantum is at market in 10 or 15 or even 30 years, what people say. It is here and now.
We're diving into one of the most powerful forces reshaping our world with today's keynote session, the greatest technological disruption of our time. Quantum computing is here.
What did we do first of all? We tried to create a leadership on an emulation in quantum computing, which we achieved by overcoming Schroeder's equation, which normally is an exponential need of compute that you need to actually handle complexity. And we actually overcame that and have created an emulation of 1 million algorithmic qubits that are available since March 2024. We started developing quantum-powered solutions together with industrial parties, inspiring governments, small and mid-cap businesses, and even startups that are at the verge of going to scale with the Dynex Moonshots Foundation use cases we are doing currently already and that are in process since 12 months already in the market. And this is just an example to show you that you can simulate billions of scenarios in seconds, but Dynex is not stopping here because this doesn't let us go mainstream yet. We are developing in Q4, we're bringing to market the quantum LLM, which is out competing traditional LLMs and will allow you to even be like ChatGPT, easy to use and access quantum computing through our decentralized, innovative quantum architecture. We developed a quantum chip family that will go over the next 10 years, if not quicker, to market with the first quantum chip at room temperature coming to market in Q4 2025 as well. This will be embedded in our decentralized, innovative infrastructure network that is accessible through the cloud and hence available to everyone. Dynex is solving real-world problems at industrial scale. Now, Dynex ecosystem makes quantum computing go mainstream. Ethical integrity is key for any technological development because technology unites us, and uniting is important for positive future and peace. This is what Dynex stands for.
Thank you so much, Daniela. Very informative.